One Piece Pirate Warriors 4, The 10 Strongest Characters, Ranked. There are a ton of characters in One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. Here's a look at the 10 absolute strongest, ranked. One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 is the new addition to the high-octane Musou franchise. And it tries to move the series forward both in design and overall gameplay. There are, of course, a ton of returning characters, but also a good chunk of brand new ones. And while some have become stronger in the transition from OPPW3 to OPPW4, some have stayed exactly as overpowered as they were previously. In any case, there is honestly a pretty wide divide in this title between the strongest characters and the weakest. Sure, the weak characters can become strong with enough grinding, skill combos, and overall player mastery, but these extra strong characters can usually S-rank most missions with little to no skill required. 10. Emporio Ivankov. First and foremost is the Queen of the Kamabaka Kingdom, Emporio Ivankov. The user of the Horo Horo no Mi or Hormone Devil Fruit who can inject any and all hormones into themselves or others at will. Ivankov is a powerhouse in the Pirate Warrior games, using their powerful Death Wink to blow through waves of enemies, and that hasn't changed in OPPW4. The downside is that Ivankov has like 2 to 3 combos that they should be using at all times. And it can make their gameplay a bit tedious. But, this is a Musou game after all, and repetitive gameplay is sort of its cornerstone. 9. Borsalino Kizaru. Kizaru is one of the 3 Marine Admirals, the strongest officers of the organization, and also one of the laziest. For someone who uses the glint fruit and can move at the speed of light, Borsalino's personality sure doesn't match up. Kizaru is still a powerhouse though, both in the anime and games, and was amazing in OPPW3 for his fast combos and area of effect explosions. In Pirate Warriors 4, he's a tad worse since they've made him into a sky character, and the new air combo system they implemented isn't exactly perfect. But, the Yellow Monkey of the Marines is still one of the most powerful characters on the roster and has fewer mechanics to master to either of his associated Fujitora, Akainu, or Kuzan. 8. Isho Fujitora. Speaking of Fujitora, this is the newest addition to the Marine Admirals, with the title of the Purple Tiger. Fujitora is deceptively strong, simply appearing as a tall yet kind blind man at first. His dedication to his job and the pursuit of justice is awe-inspiring, even to pirates. Quite honestly, he was the strongest character in OPPW3 simply because of his meteor summoning special skill that could wipe out the map in under a minute flat. And, that hasn't changed all too much in the new game, though it's a bit less powerful than it was previously. Still, an easy-to-use and incredibly powerful character to play as. 7. Marshall D. Teach aka Blackbeard. Blackbeard wasn't our favorite character to use in OPPW3, even though he was absurdly powerful with 2 devil fruits. But, in Pirate Warriors 4, they've done a lot with him. First of all, Teach now has a ton of darkness-based abilities he can assign to any of the face buttons, and while not many of them are extra strong, they are useful in terms of utility. In particular, any of the moves that allow him to cover a wide area of the ground in darkness are perfect for clearing out areas of the map. And, being able to suck elite enemies into the darkness and pound at them with the Tremor Fruit before expelling them for massive damage is insanely useful. 6. The red-haired Shanks. Shanks makes his return in OPPW4 where his move list is mostly the same, if not a bit worse, sadly enough. Again, fans still haven't really seen Shanks fight yet in One Piece canon, though it's known that he has no devil fruit. So the developers kind of just made up a move set for him using his Conqueror's Haki and sword. The only downside is now Shanks has to charge up his Haki with combos. This means it's a cycle of unleashing one Haki move, charging up Haki again, then releasing another one, and it can get a bit annoying. Still, the guy is one of the strongest in the game, and his moveset and abilities are nothing to scoff at. 5. Monkey D. Luffy aka Straw Hat Luffy. Players might be surprised to see Luffy so far down on this list, but once they read about the next couple of characters, it'll be immediately clear as to why. But, if giant characters weren't in the game, Luffy would likely be at the top. He has one of the most expansive upgrade trees, an absurd amount of special attacks, and 3 separate transformations. If the sky system was a bit more fine-tuned, Luffy's Gear 4th, Bound Man would be insane, but it's easy to fly past the character he's trying to attack with things as they are now. And, in comparison, his Snakeman transformation has a ton of multi-hit attacks, but its damage isn't jaw-dropping. Still, the staggering amount of wide-area attacks he has using Gear 3rd and his lightning-fast combos thanks to Gear 2nd make this future Pirate King an absolute blast to play. 4. Charlotte Katakuri. Charlotte Katakuri is one of the best characters written for One Piece in years, and his fight with Monkey D. Luffy is already being hailed as one of the greatest in the series. So, how did they do translating him from the anime/manga into a game character? Honestly, they did a fantastic job. Katakuri the Yonko commander is gigantic, and it makes players remember just how tall he is in canon. His size makes all his attacks cover a wide area, and his Machi-based Devil Fruit gives him a ton of combos and attacks that straight up destroy any enemy, grunt, and elite alike. But, the most insane part is that Katakuri is a speed character, so he can do all these things in no time flat. 3. Edward Newgate aka Whitebeard. Now we've made it to the final 3, and guess what, they're all giant characters. There's a lot Bandai Namco added into PW4 such as destructible environments, new more organic map designs, and the sky/air combo system. But, the introduction of truly giant characters has to be one of the coolest yet equally broken things they've ever done. He basically plays the same as he did in the previous game, but the new systems allow him to clear missions faster and easier than ever before. Whitebeard is one of the greatest pirates that ever lived even compared to Gold Roger, and they've always made that clear in his gameplay. 2. Charlotte, Big Mom, Lin Lin. Down to the final 2, and as anyone would expect, it's the 2 Yonko of the New World. It was close between Big Mom and Kaido, but honestly, Big Mom is just a bit too slow to be considered first in this list. In any case, the captain of the Big Mom Pirates, accused cannibal, and ruler of Whole Cake Island is insanely powerful in PW4 and has tons of moves that use her homies and 3 strongest familiars Zeus, Prometheus, and Napoleon. And, at the end of her skill tree, she can unlock a transformation where she unleashes all 3 homies at once, with each move affecting a wider and wider area. 1. Kaido, King of the Beasts. Finally, there's Kaido, the current antagonist of the Wano arc, leader of the Beast Pirates organization, and the other Yonko that Luffy keeps trying to take down. Kaido is an unstoppable force, a gigantic terror, and an inhuman natural disaster given form. In Pirate Warriors 4 however, he's also just so easy to use and much quicker than Big Mom in terms of the time it takes him to unleash a combo and move on. Kaido has special attacks that one-shot elite enemies, a full dragon transformation, and some truly insane combos. This guy is the big bad of One Piece at the moment, and they really did him justice in this game, making him both fun to play while also making people understand why exactly this guy is so fearsome.